M-Boogie,
Me, miss.
go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
So, in keeping up with my promise to get back on this part of the parish,
Right, to vote on this
to
side.
vote on this side, I called my electoral office. First of all, what is our community in the Western?
Yes.
Like, when you look at the map, it's like
I don't know
our
how they do.
community and then like white horses.
Yeah.
Why weren't we placed in the Eastern?
Well, I don't know how they group the
So that
things,
was my
the
first-
The
constituency.
person who do the boundaries can draw.
That was my first thing. I was like, this is the ghetto. But anyway, I called the Western office, which is located closer to Kingston than to my home,
Right.
to say, okay, I'm registered in Kingston. What's the process to switch over? She's like, okay, no problem. Here's what you need to do. You need to come down to our offices and fill out an application form. So I said, can someone pick up the form and take to me and I fill it out and come with it? No, you have to fill it out in our office. That's the first thing that annoyed me.
And it's not
Because it's
available online.
2024. She said, I cannot pre-fill it. I have to
Oh.
fill it in there.
Right.
So I said, okay, cool. Can I do this in the Eastern office, which is closer to me? No, ma'am. You have to come to our office. I said, okay, cool. Okay, when you fill out the form, you will have to take a picture. And within 3 months after you fill out the form, someone will visit you randomly to see that you live at the premises. So I said, so suppose them come one day when I'm not there, they're gonna call me first. No, no one will call you, they'll just show up. I said, but that don't make no sense, miss. What if I'm not home? Well, what we typically will do is ask you when are your best days to visit, but within 3 months, we'll just pick those days to drop by to see that you live there. But that takes 3 months. It's a 3-month period.
But
So if I applied today, between today and
3 months from now?
May, June, this time, someone will pop up within 3 months. It's a
Right.
3-month gap
But she's contradicting herself.
in terms of
If she's going to say no, no one will call you, but they'll
I
just
can
pop
give-
up.
right, I
But
can still
you
be-
we
show
will
up
call
on those
to see
days.
which days are you available. You just say no one will call. Make up your mind which is it. Somebody's going to call or somebody
because
isn't going to
what
call.
I'm thinking is they don't want you to lie and say you live there and you don't live there. So I guess
Right.
if they call beforehand, you can always go to the
Go
house
at the gate and
and
say,
wait.
wait, right.
But if you say to me, if I say to you, I'm there most Saturdays, Sundays, the same thing me can do.
But
as
how-
she's saying,
But
me
how
can show
does
up
that
Saturday and
really
Sunday.
make
Yeah.
sense? What if I was enumerated in the area and I moved, but me decide to come back and vote because
in
I
that
there's some
area,
me
yeah.
have ties. So
And my thing is, why not just say bring a proof of address? Like, why have to go through that? Just make me bring one bill.
With
my
your
driver's
address.
license, have the literal address, like. So
That's-
I feel like
that's
it
red
was
tape.
easier to give her kidney than to be on the voters list. And she's like, oh, if you do this before June, you'll get on the November's list. Like she was trying to say, you should do it.
Yeah, because I guess they're adding to the voters list for the
Right.
general election, and I think
Right.
there's a cutoff time.
There's a cutoff time for May's list, which is end of March. They just sent out that memo. But please be reminded to get on the May's list, you have to register by end of March. And you saying that mid-March? Okay. To get on November's list, you have to be registered by end of October, end of June or
September.
something like that. September, one of them time.
But I mean, we're not having any other elections before next year, so you
Yeah,
have
but I
some
guess
time.
they just have 2 times. where
They
you
have
can get on the
batches,
list.
yeah.
yeah, because you have to put the list together
Right.
afterwards.
But they can't be, that's another thing. You can't be telling people to be reminded to come on the list mid-March when the deadline is end of March.
Right, right.
They're really just giving themselves extra work because
Can't rather go bum
you
rush.
should have a system where if I'm not sure if I'm on the list and I walk into your offices and I re-register,
That's a double work.
that'll double work for you because you have to go check the list now to see if I'm on there.
Right.
Why didn't you just check the list when I came in your office and say, okay, you're on the list, but
Well,
you
maybe
want
they
to
do.
remove it?
Hopefully
some
they
that.
But yeah, that was my
EOJ,
thing.
get
So
it together. Get
I
it together.
have
It's
to-
2024. Get with the times. Get it
I'll
together.
have to trek down to, because they're now in Albion. They've moved. So
Really?
they're even further than they were before. So I checked the ECJ, EOJ, what are they called?
Yeah,
EOJ website.
EOJ.
EOJ.
I went on ECJ's website
Right.
where it shows the constituencies. and it shows, okay, Western, this is the address. So I said, by the way, where exactly is the whatever building in Yala Square? She's like, oh, we've moved over a year now. Some officers, so them can update the little website. Over a year, and it's still saying you're still in Yalas. She's like, oh no, we're located in Albion now, so I have to go even further.
So that means to say, if you did go collect your ID, Allison, you wouldn't get it at the empty building that down there.
Yes.
Also, okay.
They've moved there and haven't told anybody.
And there is no sign on the door to say we have moved.
No moved.
Where-
She said they've moved over a year now.
We're in Albion.
She said before the gas station, so that side road, one of those buildings. She said the sign is there. You won't miss it.
Oh.
But we've been missing it.
So yeah, if anybody wants to get our change address, go today.
Right now.
Right this second. Today's Friday. They close at 3:30. Have an hour.
Because it just seems a lot.
That's why maybe people don't want to vote because it's always pulling a tooth.
I can understand why people don't they excuse themselves from the electoral process, because sometimes the candidates that are put forward, and you can't even blame the candidates, because you have people that actually you have really good people who would want to enter the process, but they probably have an idea of what it is that once
you become a candidate, you need to run, you mean?
Yeah, to run,
Okay.
you have to go through some stuff, and then you don't know what your competitors are going to do, and it's
It's a dirty game.
it's a dirty game. It is a dirty game,
Right.
and I don't know if it will ever clean up. I don't think it will ever clean up, but it's important to vote. I
Right.
think so. It's
The
important to
process
vote.
is just a little bit much sometimes, which I can see probably deters people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
we
can
see
understand.
why the young people shy away from
Right,
it
because them want my kidney and my liver.
not only that, everything you can do now at the click of a
It's
button.
2024.
Like, why?
Because I was talking to my parents, and I was like, I'm gonna go down to the Marbella office and them just put my system and send it down to your life.
Right.
Like me have to travel, go all the way
Yep.
to Albion just to change my address.
Yes.
But just to make sure, for you to make sure, you need to physically do it.
Oh yeah, man, I'm doing it now
So-
because she said I have until June, but
I
I'll go.
understand the convenience of wanting to do it that way, but just to make sure that when the next election comes and
Yeah,
you
man, me
turn
de-
up,
me dep on
you're
it.
dep on it.
I will be on it. I am going down there.
Yeah, so if you're serious about casting your vote, it's a little tedious, but rough it out, tough it out, go and do it.
Yeah.
Get
Be a
yourself
part
on.
of the
And
Yeah,
if you
be a
miss-
part of the
if you miss
process.
the mail list, you still have a chance to be on the November's list.
Yeah, be a part of the process. Politics, it can be exciting, and
Not exciting.
no, it's exciting, exciting.
I mean, when we see the results, I will wonder.
Yeah, and especially because it's so close now.
Right.
Everything is very
A little
close.
shaky.
Yeah, so it can tilt either way.
But
So
we still don't know who won the local government elections yet.
Am they declared?
No.
the well,
It's been 35 years.
they said that the Jamaica Labour Party pulled away the winners. The governing body said, and they put out statements stating that the Jamaica Labour Party pulled away with the overall win for the elections.
But the
I don't know. The math is
Not-
just not
not
mathing.
popularity
because
vote.
it's not even the popularity vote. When you check the numbers and based on the swearing-ins, when you check who the mayors are and what
It's more
party they are,
PMP.
yeah, so
I don't know. That is
The
what
math
I'm just
not
saying. I'm just
work.
stating what is out there.
There by the official.
The official
Body.
that
manages
said,
elections. Okay.
they said that, but the math
ain't
Eight
mathing.
mathing.
ain't mathing.
1 + 1 = 35.
Yeah, so that's our little election,
1 + 1 = a tie.
our little election rant. But get yourself on the list and vote. People overseas, I know the diaspora is huge. So if you are able to come and let your voice be heard, because I know a lot of people, especially in the diaspora, have a lot of things to say.
They be talking.
Yeah, they have a lot to say. So the only way we can feel it in terms of governance is if you vote.
And the voice of the people always say it, we have the power.
Yeah, we do have the power. We have the power to do it. So, get yourself on the voters list and listen out for when the general elections will be.